yet full of jest. Come on in, you found the best. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined, laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command.
Say, Brian.
Hey, what's up, dude?
We got another stupid podcast to do.
It's like a never-ending nightmare.
It's
for
the
people
worst
that
job
listen.
I've ever had, honestly.
Yeah, seriously, I make way less money, or very little money in my real job, and this is way more work, and I make less.
You make nothing.
Yeah, I know. That's how
By the
hard
way,
it
we're
is.
looking for sponsors. If anybody wants to sponsor this podcast.
Yeah, I'm looking for a job.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
We have no shame. We'll whore ourselves out to whoever.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah? I'll sell whatever.
I mean,
Give a shit.
I have no shame. I will sell.
What if
this
Elon
table.
came and said, "I will give you Teslas to give away if I can sponsor your show"?
Yes.
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 Okay. What if
not?
they're not working?
Why wouldn't they be working?
Well, we're not a good podcast right now. So he'd give us like used Teslas.
They still work.
Do they?
I mean, mine drove me from here to Prescott on its own with one intervention because I wanted to pass somebody on the right. So they work pretty well.
I don't trust them.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you learn.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are joined today by none other than Adrian Fontes. That's fun to say.
Yeah.
When you say it like that, it
Especially
is.
when you unbutton your shirt while you say it. It's
Wow.
real fun to watch.
I'm not unbuttoning my shirt.
Okay. That's not what I see from the main
button for you. He's unbuttoning his T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are joined by Adrian Fontes. For those of you that don't live in Arizona, you may not know the name. For people that do live in Arizona, you will probably know the name.
You
But
also,
we're not gonna,
you also might not know
you
the
might
name.
also might not know. Correct.
I mean, that's true. They don't know our name either. But, you know.
This is going to be the only part of this podcast that is going to be political. So I feel like we got to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
It's like pulling a Band-Aid off. You got to get it, or a scab. You got to pick it,
Yeah.
or a pimple.
Yeah.
What other
Elon? Let's
boil?
move on to the next
Talk
one.
about
Some
scabs and pimples
scabs
and boils,
boils.
while you're talking about me.
No,
Yeah.
not about
No,
you.
just
It's
politics.
about the introduction. It's
Thanks,
not,
guys.
It's not the
This sounds like a great podcast.
Yeah.
Nobody
I wonder
listens.
how many sponsors you guys have?
None.
Yes,
We do
that
have.
makes sense.
We're international. I'll have you know. We have
Yeah.
4 listeners in Mexico, 1 in Great Britain, and 1 in Ireland.
You don't,
Yes.
Until you get a Kiwi, you ain't good. You
If
need
you
someone
know
in New
anybody,
Zealand.
if
Oh,
you
yeah,
could-
I know people in New Zealand.
Next time you're like on CNN, just be like, oh, and also, by the way, you know, just hold the QR code up and it's hook up on me up, dude.
We
Yeah.
just get him a T-shirt.
Yeah, next
and
time
a-
I'm on CNN, I'm going to be promoting this podcast.
That's what
Yes,
I'm talking about,
exactly.
dude. I mean,
Look,
I voted for you.
100%.
Do you want to support your
100%.
constituents
You
or
work
not?
for us.
How dare you insinuate that I work?
My tax dollars at work right
Yeah.
here, right now.
Hard at work.
Yeah, do we even tell the listeners what it is that Adrian does? 'Cause-
I feel compelled to.
yeah. What?
So as I said, this is the only part of this is going to be semi-political. So
They
Adrian
already stopped listening.
currently is the Secretary of State for the state of Arizona.
What do you say
We-
currently? Like the end is nigh?
I don't know.
I mean,
Look, there's an election coming up. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, if you promote this podcast, you get an extra 13 votes.
4 from Mexico. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elections
That's,
rigged
that's
anyway.
my
Who
that's my
cares?
day job.
Exactly.
That's my day job.
We're not going to talk about any of that crap.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about more interesting things
Yeah.
than politics.
Yeah. Like bonsai trees.
Adrian,
Yes.
you and I have known each other for a while,
A minute or two.
a couple times. Right. What drew you to Coronado, and how long have you lived here?
Well, we were house shopping. My ex and I were house shopping back in the day, and we saw this place on the other side of Central over in Willow, and we loved it. And then we found out that there was termite damage and so my cousin who was doing the mortgage got us out of it. We started hunting again, and then that house that I used to live in, I fell in love with the kitchen. It had this black and white tile floor and this gigantic stove.
Nice.
Really pretty layout. And I was like, that I didn't know anything about the neighborhood. It was the house.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And so
And you're a cook. That's why you were drawn to the...
I like to cook.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're not a
yes.
cook.
Yeah.
I like to cook. I don't identify as a cook. It's a thing I like to do.
Look, you do you.
Yeah. Do you think if you had ended up in Willow, you might be governor by now?
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Well done.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Points.
I don't know. But for that property damage, they had a really neat clause in the original. We were looking through the old warranty paperwork and everything for that house, and there was a clause in there that no Orientals, Mexicans, or Negroes could live in the main house. That restriction was
Really?
actually still in the paperwork.
You really fucked that up, didn't you?
Yeah. And so
Like, I'm definitely
we're
buying this motherfucker.
I was like definitely going to buy it. Yeah, I was going to get it and frame that and put it in the living room. And it turns out the termites kept us from buying that house.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we
Yeah.
bought the other one.
It's still a Willow rule.
you're better off. So at what point? Okay.
It was old.
Okay.
I mean, it was old restrictions.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, obviously.
So you didn't know the neighborhood specifically. You just fell in love with the house.
Well, yeah, because, you know, and the realtor's like, you're going to love this neighborhood. And I'm like, cool, I love the house. Right. And we actually were looking at the house next door also, or at least it was on the list. But once I saw that kitchen, I was just like, no,
Done.
we're not looking at anything else. I want this house right here. This is the house I want to live in.
Right.
Nice.
And we put in the offer. And at that time, it was 2003. So 20 something years ago,
Wow.
21, 22 years ago.
Dang.
And we bought that sucker, closed real fast, and yeah, the rest is history.
At what point did you start to realize this neighborhood is not like other neighborhoods?
It was years later, because what we ended up doing was just kind of hanging out and doing our thing, and we were both really busy with work and stuff, so we didn't do a lot of neighborhood stuff. But eventually, we started running into people and going here and going there. I can't really, you know, I don't remember the one moment, but the thing that like locked it down,
Right.
because I already loved the neighborhood by the time we got to this point. But the thing that locked it down was when the Colonel himself, Mike Logan, invited me to help organize the first porch concert tour.
Right.
Nice.
And he asked me to be the MC.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, why me? Like, I couldn't understand
Have you
why.
seen your face? It's adorable.
And I yeah, thank you.
Check,
I
please.
appreciate that. Yeah. But no, it was that was kind of like I didn't understand it, and the invitation was he was very gracious, and I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And boy, I'll tell you what, we had so much fun. And then from then on, I really started meeting and mingling with a lot of folks here in the neighborhood, whereas my social circles before were mostly outside of the neighborhood. So
Right.
yeah.
Nice.
It's interesting that I talk to people about this neighborhood. It's not the neighborhood that you drive your car into the garage and you just don't talk to people. It's very social. And I'm always interested in why people choose this. So it's interesting that you found that out after you fell in love with the house,
Well
and then
after,
the neighborhood came after that. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of our houses have like the main living area like right up in front of your house, so you can look right out the window. Versus newer homes, I feel like they have like something up front or a bedroom, like the living area is in the back, so you kind of get secluded on that.
It's like this neighborhood was designed for human beings.
Yeah.
And a lot of the developments out in so many other parts of the Metro Phoenix area are designed for vehicles.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good analogy.
Right. That's good. Yeah.
Analogy of the year today. It just happened already.
An anal G?
Yeah.
Anal G of the year.
Yeah. I think like you.
I can't help it. I have to.
That was okay.
I know you love cooking. You do a couple things a year, which is really cool. When the first time I actually just got to personally hang out with you, just bullshit with you for 15 minutes, like, I don't know, 7-8 years ago, maybe longer. But you do something cool for Thanksgiving Day and then New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, because it's really cool.
I deep fry birds.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
And bird parts. I don't like birds, dinosaurs. For Thanksgiving, I deep fry turkeys.
Yeah.
I get 2 big old 54 quart pots, which are gigantic, and I'll put about 35 pounds of oil in each one.
Yeah.
Crank them up, and then have friends and family will bring their turkeys over, and I'll send everybody instructions several days ahead of time. They'll prep their birds, and then I just stand there and fry turkeys and have beers on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
And it's
honestly.
That was a really fast moped.
Yeah,
Was that a moped?
I don't know what it was. It did not have an exhaust, whatever it was.
correct.
Anywho, I start doing that in the morning. Like I'll deep fry a bunch of bacon first.
Yeah, right.
Because so one of them will have what?
Because no one likes deep fried bacon.
Because nobody likes. I'll tell you. Have you ever had deep fried bacon?
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's the best way to cook bacon in the whole
I
wide
think
world.
I saw heaven when I put it in my mouth.
Yeah. That's not talking about
And
bacon.
we do
that's not
biscuits.
bacon.
So we do biscuits and bacon first thing in the morning, and then by the time it's 3, 4 in the afternoon, and every half hour I've been dropping a bird.
Yeah.
People will come over for an hour, hour and a half. They chit chat, and then they take a freshly deep fried turkey to their home, to their families and
right,
stuff. So I get to
right.
see a ton of people. We don't do a big sit down. It's just noshing all day long. People bring snacks, they'll bring drinks, they'll bring family. It's kind of fun. So that's Thanksgiving, and then on New Year's Day, I do this thing called Wingapalooza, which has become a bit of a legend, and it is a chicken wing sauce contest. So
Chicken wing, hot dog, bologna.
The man's talking, Michael. The man is talking.
is it the musical interlude?
It's something.
This could possibly be your governor one day.
So I do.
He doesn't live in Willow,
I'll
so.
deep fry about 120 pounds of wings and about 80 pounds of French fries, crinkle cut, and then everybody will taste the sauces and they vote. There's like voting that happens and all that stuff. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy the heck out of it. And it's New Year's Day. We always do it at 1 p.m., which gives no one an excuse because if you're not unhungover by 1 p.m.,
Come eat some fucking
you're
wings.
a big loser.
Right. Get out of your bed.
Get
Let's
out of
go.
bed, make your
Seriously.
sauce ahead of time, put it in the fridge, bring it over.
Right.
Bing, bang, boom.
That's
It's
awesome.
It's a heated contest too. People love those prizes. Yeah.
Especially the hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is, and people very much pride themselves on it. We make little wooden plaques. We used to do some other fun stuff for trophies.
That's awesome.
It's fun. It's a lot
and
of fun.
The Thanksgiving one's nice. Is it's such a task I've done with many family things where they get the whole thing together and you make like one turkey and then you're like, shit, what am I going to do with like 20 gallons of oil? You
Well,
know?
and then the pots that most people do it in are too small.
Yeah.
And you can't get enough oil because so the volume of oil has to be such that you're not going to drop your temperature more than about 30, 40 degrees when you drop your bird in.
Yeah.
Well, you put at the coolest, it's room temperature, probably much colder bird into a big vat of oil. You better have a lot of oil.
Yeah, man.
And so to have that much oil, it's got to be a big giant pot. So I love doing
No, that's awesome. I think it was solo the year I went over and I just got like my own little personal Cornish game hen. And like, by the way, a deep fried Cornish game hen is pretty freaking awesome.
That was like 2 years ago, right?
No, that was like 6 years ago.
Was it?
That was a long time ago, dude.
I tell you what, I've been doing this so long. Was it?
Yeah. Dude, I don't know why. It's like
I think cars are farting. I'm not
we
sure.
gotta stop doing it on the corner of Sheridan and 7th Street. We should move 100
I feel like we're in the middle of the street. Get it?
Are we in
Yes,
New
that's
York?
perfect.
What in Sam Hill is going on?
Yeah.
Oh, so anyway,
Anyways.
the Cornish hens was that long ago?
It was a while ago. I don't know how long you've been in that house there, but it was like pretty new.
Oh, so it would have been
Maybe someone else brought Cornish. I don't know.
No, it was me. I remember.
No,
it was,
he brought the Cornish hens.
Yeah.
It was about 4 years ago.
yeah, probably 4 years. That
Okay,
sounds
let's
right.
not argue. Let's
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I love doing it, and it keeps me grounded. And it's like both of those events sort of mark the year.
Right.
Right. One is right as you're ramping into the holidays and everything's going to get nuts, and then the second one is when the holidays end. It's the last. I just finished cleaning up from it, as a matter of.
Really?
Yeah, a couple 2
Well, you
weeks
don't want
ago.
to rush into these things.
Yeah.
It's like I'll get to that in Q5.
Putting the tables and chairs up. I mean, they were kind of on the side, but you gotta
Sure,
put them
yeah,
away.
well,
you
you
got to
know.
put them away.
At this point, I just leave them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's
For next
what,
year.
like 3 weeks away?
Screw it. We'll leave it up.
Come over for Easter.
Yeah.
We're gonna fry bunnies. It's
Yeah.
gonna be great.
Fried bunnies would be delicious.
You're welcome. Every holiday is fry shit, random.
Yeah.
Pumpkins on Halloween. Yeah.
Fried pumpkin. Well,
Fried
pumpkin
pumpkins.
seeds.
Right there you go.
that's
You
how
fried
get
chip up the pumpkin seeds in
Yeah,
oil.
kid.
I've never done that.
Well, let's try it.
it. Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen? Someone's gonna lose an eye. That's all right.
Not
Whatever.
me.
Yeah, that's fair.
From pumpkin seeds?
Well, it's gonna pop out of the fryer in the eye.
Oh, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for everyone's safety.
I'm sure everybody appreciates that.
Yeah, man. Safety third.
Okay.
At least top 5.
Okay. So you do frying. You fry some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you also are a singer. I've heard you sing before.
I have carried a tune once or twice
Oh, yeah.
in a bucket.
Okay. I see what you did there.
Okay.
Okay. 10 points off for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not great. But you were, are you still in, or you were in a mariachi band or a mariachi conglomerate, or?
So I was the lead male vocalist for the mariachi at Arizona State when I was an undergrad.
Mm-hmm.
So I traveled with that band and sang around. I actually sang on stage with Linda Ronstadt.
Really?
At the mariachi conference in, I think it was 90 or 91. Back in the day.
Crazy.
And,
I'll have to look her up.
Yeah, oh,
you
she's
don't
You don't know who that is?
No.
You have no
Linda
idea who Linda Ronstadt is?
No.
Wow.
Well, you don't know who Linda Ronstadt is?
You can ask me a couple more times and I'll probably still say no.
Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue? Remember that song?
You need to sing it in mariachi voice.
Okay, that's fine.
No, she was anyway, she's from Tucson. She's really cool. But then
Oh, Linda Ron.
Jesus Christ.
so then I kind of put the guitar up for a few years while I was in the Marine Corps and stuff. And then when I got back to Arizona State to finish, after my time in the Marine Corps, I went right back to the mariachi because it was so much fun. And so I played more, and then I've never stopped. And I've always been with, not necessarily with a band, but kind of with a group. We sometimes play places, although when I was with Mariachi de Grand Avenue, we were actually voted the best mariachi in New Times magazine, which was a hell of an honor.
Sure.
You know, we played the Rebel Lounge when it was still, I think, the Mason Jar. We played the Rhythm Room. We played Char's House of Blues. We played the Valley Bar. We played just a whole bunch of venues all over the place. It was great. We were pretty active back then, but that was when I was practicing law.
Yeah.
You know, before I got into this work.
Yeah.
You know, and now.
You still have the hat though, right?
I do. I
Hope
do.
so.
But we didn't, that was only from like way back in the day.
That'd be really fun to have my turkey fried while you wear that hat. Just
That's
saying.
not going to happen.
Okay,
all right.
saying.
Well,
That'd
No,
be
I don't want to
really
get grease on it.
touche. Yeah.
What if you
Frying turkeys is a really greasy business.
Yeah.
What if you wrap
It
it in
is.
plastic?
No, because then why wear it?
It's a giant hairnet. It's a big. That's like a trash bag, dude. That's not,
And
Yeah,
then
you need one of the big black ones with the little extra large size
dude.
ones.
Like, what's underneath that
fringe
bag?
on it? No. Okay.
Yeah, and then why bother? Yeah.
Have you ever thought about getting a band back together?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I mean, eventually.
Next question. Good question.
Yeah.
Any other
No,
bangers
I mean,
there,
I
Mike?
like it. It's fun. It's fun, but if you're gonna do it well, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Sure.
So you really got to be like, you really got to want to do it.
And you don't want to do it.
Well, there's a lot of other things to do right now. So, I mean, I'm a busy guy, you know, with my cooking and
Obviously, you have a spare
know.
half hour on a Monday. Obviously, you're just back to back.
It's booked up pretty solid.
yeah.
It's like, oh, no, I got time to talk to you idiots.
Well, I had time today because
You quit the band.
No, because I'm kind of on call-ish because my mom had surgery today.
She okay?
And yeah, she just had a knee replacement. And so I just dropped her off actually at home a minute ago. And so I'm on so we didn't schedule anything this afternoon for me.
Because you never know.
Nice.
So I figured if I was going to get a call from my mom
Right.
to get up and interrupt something, it would be this podcast.
Thank you.
Cool. So if
I
you're
just
bored,
get
you're
up
just
and
like,
leave.
oh, gotta go.
Oh, they're like, oh, look, my mom's calling. She needs a Snickers bar.
But your phone is not ringing. I don't understand.
Not yet.
Gotta go. Oh, my pager's going off. Sorry.
Working on it.
Like, can't you just roll down here in a wheelchair or something and get her zone? It's not that far.
Yeah. Get her on a bike or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
bike, dude. Come on, golf
Just the
cart.
one.
She's a trooper, dude. Her last knee, I can't remember which one. She had her left knee replaced last time, and she was up and walking in like 2 days without the walker. And then I hope she recovers as quickly from this one, just because, she's just, she's over. She's 82, 83.
Right.
She's getting up there.
We should have
you
her
gotta
on.
take care of mom. No, you should have my mom. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, we should.
Yeah.
I've talked to your mom before. It's pretty great.
Okay, yeah, I'm down. Are you getting emotional?
No, I'm dreading the notion.
Oh, we can ask
terrifying.
her all about questions about Adrian. Like, how is he as a boy?
Yeah,
A tiny boy.
How is he as a man?
She's really really good at embellishing stories.
Oh, perfect.
She tells stories, and they're always just right for the moment. And you're like, I didn't remember it that way exactly, Mom. But okay,
Sure,
the Mandela effect.
It's okay.
Either that or, early onset dementia or some shit.
It's okay.
Careful, she got bionic knees now, so she can run faster than you.
She's gonna
That's
kick my
fine.
ass
In like a
is what's
week.
gonna happen. Be real careful.
Yeah.
I have to watch myself.
All right, so what are we doing now? Asking more questions?
Yeah.
Talking to our guests?
Christ.
I just wanted to hear about the mariachi band. That
And
was
you're
my,
done. After that, you're done.
Was that
Whatever.
I mean, I'm uninterested at this point. So.
Okay.
Well, I tell you
Perfect.
what. I have a great mariachi band story.
Okay.
Since you were interested in
Can
that,
you save it? We do an afterthoughts where you tell your best story. Can you tell it then? Just like
Well, it's not my best story, so I'll tell it another time.
Or you do it now.
Or you could do it.
Let's do it
Wait,
now.
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So you said my best story. That's not my best story.
Tell your shitty story now.
Yeah.
And then save your best one
Bore us for
next.
3 minutes and then wow.
So,
is that
I'll tell this one. I'll tell this one really quick. So we were opening for Fayuca, who's also a neighbor, Cabo de Fayuca.
Yeah, played Wayne Fest.
Super talented guy. He had 4 or 5 bands opening for him, and we were one of them. And we played at the beginning, and when people were just barely filtering in, and there was only a few dozen people there when we played, but he heard us and he was like, love the sound, I want you to do these 3 songs right before I come out.
So you did like a redo?
We did a redo on the fly.
Wow.
And when we came out, the place was already packed, right? Everybody's thinking he's coming out, and he comes out and introduces us. And we had the most rock and roll moment of my life, because here I am standing right at the edge of the stage at Valley Bar. No, not at Valley Bar. It was at the Crescent Ballroom. The place was packed. It's packed. The smoke, the lights, the whole 9 yards. And we're sitting there and we're singing these traditional mariachi tunes. Everyone is singing. Everyone in the entire place is singing along. And they were just pumped.
Nice.
And it was like, it was really like the most rock and roll moment of my life.
That's
it
cool.
was so much fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's that shitty mariachi story. That's so
Yeah.
much fun.
Hey, it's the best mariachi story I've ever heard. So
It's honestly less shitty than I thought it was.
Out of all of them. Out of all the mariachi
out of
stories.
all
you've heard.
the ones I've heard as many of those stories as you've listened to our podcast, so we're tied. It's 1-0 at this point. Let's just put it that way.
Does doing it count as listening to one? Because I'm kind of trying to pay attention.
No, I go back and listen to them like, I said that. Like, I don't remember a damn thing I do here.
I just put stuff. I have the robots put stuff in, so it's fine.
I'm like, man, I didn't say that.
And
You guys
then
are
when I went
almost
to
as
the
much
show-
fun. You guys are almost as much fun as Rachel Maddow.
So I get
How
that
dare
a
you,
lot.
sir. Almost as fun. We're gonna put that on a t-shirt. Almost as fun as Rachel Maddow.
Yeah. You think Rachel Maddow's fun? We're almost as fun. I have a better haircut, though. I'm just saying.
That's true.
No offense to her.
She's got a better beard.
Yeah, she's a few more people that pay attention to her.
Yeah.
That's all right. Unless she's gonna, if she sponsors us, I'll take that back.
Yeah, can you get us on?
No. I don't know. I don't know how I got on.
Yeah, that's true. Well, if you just got you a hat with a
Somebody. I don't know how I got on that show.
QR code in the fucking head.
You know what? You know how I really made this decision? It was really tough. When I talked to 2 guys.
I wasn't gonna be governor until I was on this podcast. No.
Speaking of AI, have you heard the intro song between 2
true.
giants?
We employ only robots. I also know part of your past is the Marine Corps. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service, Semper Fi, all that stuff. What would you think would be your single most important life lesson you learned from the Marine Corps?
Oof. I guess not to be a little bitch about things, you know?
Isn't that like their main?
Yeah. I mean, because a lot of people like just whine their way through life and, oh, this is so hard and, oh, that's so hard and stuff. And one of the things that I came away with was one of the lessons that my sergeant major would tell us. And he'd say, hey, if your Marines are not complaining, they're not happy. And so you could tell when people were miserable when they weren't saying anything. Like if I'm mad at somebody, I won't say, I just like shut down. I won't talk to them.
Note to self.
Yeah.
That's why I only talk to Michael here.
But it's one of the best life lessons, right? Life is not supposed to be easy, right? And success is not supposed to be easy, or everybody would be successful.
True.
Right? When you want to be fit, it's freaking hard. It's not easy, or everybody would do it. And so that my time in the Marine Corps really taught me that if you want to succeed, if you want to do cool stuff and make something happen, you got to work for it. It's hard, and you can't really complain about it because you're the one that wants to do it, right? And that was the thing. Like, hey, you didn't need to sign up. Can't tell you how many times I heard that really early in my enlistment, and finally you're like, oh shit, yeah, I signed up for this, so let's make the best of it. And once that switch gets flipped in your head, like for me, like my first part of my enlistment was, and when I say first part, I want to talk about like my first 6 months, 4 months, 5 months was rough. It was freaking rough.
I heard the beginning is the least fun part.
No, boot camp is freaking insane, but it goes so fast. That 13 weeks is gone in an instant. And then you go into what they call MCT, Marine Combat Training for enlisted Marines, because I was enlisted. And that's 6 more weeks, but that's all out in the field. And you're like, that's why I won't go camping. People are like, oh, let's go camping. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Why?
Yeah.
We have hotels. Like, I could sleep in a regular bed. What do I need a sleeping bag for? I've already done that stupid shit. Like, it's just dumb. Like, I think camping is the dumbest thing in the world.
It's voluntary homelessness.
It's so, like, come on. Anyway.
Okay.
I like camping,
I
so
know you do.
I am intrigued with this.
No, I think it's nonsense. Like, if you want a campfire, go out back.
Yeah.
You got a nice little place. Go light a fire in your backyard.
Yeah, or don't join the Marines.
There's that.
There's that, true.
There's that.
I don't go camping for 6 weeks. I go for 2 days.
And we're done.
Yeah, I don't go camping for at all anymore. Anyway, so yeah, it's just the struggle is worth it at the end, and it was a hard lesson to learn. But I was just at the right age. I was just at the right maturity level, and I actually didn't enlist when I was 18. I was 22 when I enlisted, so I was an old guy. I was like 4 or 5 years older than most of the other guys in the platoon, which is a lot at that age. And so, the only guy that was older than me was this cat by the name of Cacciatore.
That's his God-given
Cacciatore. Yeah. Oh, we had all the
Cacciatore
names.
Johnson.
We had a guy named, I can't remember his first name. His last name was Sheminkiewicz, and he was Polish. And it, like, the name tag went all the way from his shoulder to his freaking
like a football
to the
player.
middle. Yeah,
Across the back.
yeah, Sheminkiewicz. They called him Private Alphabet because nobody could pronounce his freaking name.
Yeah, can I buy all the vowels, please?
Alphabet. He didn't have any names. The closest vowel he had was a Y, and there was like 5 of them in his name. Good Lord.
The alphabet was actually a shorter name.
Sheminkiewicz. Yeah, Alphabet was shorter. And no, it was, but it was great. It was great. I really enjoyed it. The camaraderie was amazing. There was some really shitty parts, but I got selected for a meritorious commission out of the enlisted ranks too. And I ended up at OCS in Virginia, but I broke both my feet when I was there.
Doing what? Tell.
Yeah.
Well,
Hopscotch.
I ate too many crayons. I enlisted from Nogales, Arizona. They ended up putting me in Yuma. So I'm in the desert, right? And I was never a fan of cold weather, so I'd never been in cold weather. So when they send me to Quantico, it's the winter of 95, 96, which is like the coldest winter in like 8 million years.
Sure.
And there was 4 inches of ice on the Potomac, and everything was frozen. And I got stress fractures on my feet because I was so uncertain with the way that I was walking. So for the first 4 weeks, I was just like all over the place. And I literally broke my feet.
Damn.
And so they sent me to Bethesda, because I couldn't stand up.
Sure.
My feet were so bad I couldn't stand up. And so they've got me I'm in this room, this is ridiculous. I'm in this dark room, and there's this, it's not a regular hospital room. There's these giant metal, look like freezers or refrigerator doors all along one wall.
Were you in the morgue?
This is where you go. I was. But I'm not in
Next up.
Like, I'm in my boxers with this freaking stupid nightgown, the hospital gown.
Dude, tell.
Right? And suddenly the little slit up and down door window darkens, and the door opens up, and there's a freaking dude with a tray on little wheels like that, the little 2 foot by 2 foot trays and little wheels. He's rolling this thing in, and he's in this crazy ass gear, head to toe. I can't see his face; it's in his mask.
Oh my God, are you patient zero?
You're a COVID-19 guy.
Trust me. Like it's all white. It's like full on gear. He's wearing these crazy ass gloves, right? So I can't see his hand. I don't know what. I don't even know that this is a human being inside of this
Why
thing.
is your stethoscope on a silencer?
And he puts it next to me, and I'm looking, and there's this friggin' syringe on this thing, and the needle's about the biggest goddamn needle I've ever
You're
seen
going to
in my
roll
life.
on your side, sir.
It's huge. I'm not even kidding.
Oh.
So then what happens? This freaking guy goes to the lockers, those fucking refrigerator things that are next to me. He opens one of them up, and there's a green glow coming out from inside this thing. I'm not kidding. He pulls this vial out. I feel like I'm in a Marvel movie.
Are you on X-Files?
I'm not even
This little
kidding.
flashy
He
thing?
takes this thing and he sticks it in this freaking syringe, and then he says, "Roll onto your
Roll on
side,
your side,
please."
right.
I roll onto my side, and he jabs me right in the hind side and sticks this freaking barium. Now,
Yeah,
the
it
reason
does.
for this
Good
is
shit.
This is named Barium.
when you barium.
soon.
I hardly knew him.
You can't noise yourself.
So the deal is, if you have a broken bone and you put barium in the system,
Someone scares the shit out of you.
what happens? It was horrific. What happens is they can take X-rays, and the barium attaches itself and glows
It's like
where,
a dye. Yeah.
where it tags where the fractures are.
Sure. Yeah.
So they took images of my feet, and they were all cracked, like all my primordial metatarsal, the big toe.
Oh yeah, the big toe.
Oh, totally.
The big toe one, just above the big toe, that big bone was like it shattered on both of my feet.
Yeah, that's cool that they didn't tell you what they were going to do first.
Not a freaking word.
They're just all
Not
like,
a freaking
Darth
word.
Vader comes in and fucking spits the ooze from the
like,
Ninja
I
Turtles.
literally was like, I'm in the basement of this freaking place,
Yeah, you're not
Right.
getting out there.
Yeah.
Right.
and I'm just like, what the hell? They never told us anything. I remember when they took my wisdom teeth out, the freaking Navy dentists, literally hammer, chisel. They shot my face up full of Novocaine, and then they went at it with this freaking hammer and chisel and crank. Broke the teeth while they were still in my jaw, and then went in with these kind of bent over clamps and started pulling the little fragments out of my jaw. It was horrific.
I get if you're not willing to like promote our podcast on CNN, but you should be a recruiter for the Marines.
The freaking Navy doctors, man, they used us like we were just slabs of meat to those guys.
The phrase that
I
comes to
hate
mind
being
is
treated that way.
stop being a whiny bitch.
Yeah, you signed up for this,
Yeah,
dude.
no, seriously. Right, and at the time I was like, okay, like I didn't whine about it, but like it's been a minute, so I can complain a little now.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that was cool.
Scared the
Yeah.
hell out of me though. That,
I
that dude
bet.
first when that door first opened,
Glowing
and
green.
he didn't say a freaking word.
Did he say
Until
anything
he
on
said,
the way out?
"Get on your side." Like what? He was going to thank me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Had a great time.
Had a great time.
Enjoy turning into a vampire.
Right. And call me.
Call me. Yeah.
Nice ass. Keeping it tight, brother. Like I could have just put it in your shoulder, but that was your choice.
I mean,
Yeah. Roll onto your side. Famous last words.
Sir, please put your butt away.
Like this is just a stethoscope. Sir.
Call it what you want. So the lesson you took in the Marine Corps was stop being a whiny bitch.
Don't be a little bitch.
All right. That's
There's
good life
too many.
lesson.
There's too many civilians out there that just complain all the time. Just
Yeah.
shut up and do your job.
Right.
Shut up and do your job.
It's true. That's what we're trying to do. It's not working out.
We can't shut up and do our job because
Right.
this would be a very boring show.
recording record wind.
Sorry. It's just traffic.
Traffic noises and wind.
Please join our podcast of wind.
Or just please drive down 7th on Mondays at 4 o'clock.
Listen to the
Loudest car
horns.
wins.
Yeah. Would this Chevy Caprice like to be on the podcast?
Did you have your catalytic converter stolen?
Right. Have we got a podcast for you? All right. This is the part of the podcast where we ask you challenging rapid-fire questions.
Yeah.
Challenging rapid fire questions.
Yes.
I'm ready.
These are vital to the podcast.
I think based on the foot surgery and the patient zero thing.
She just texted me, by the way.
Uh-oh. She
I
okay?
don't have to go.
Okay.
No, I'll answer her.
Is she all like hide up on shit?
She's a little loopy.
Oh, that's the best.
She's a little loopy. I had to stop and get gas. After I got her in the car, I had to stop and get gas. And she's like, mijito. I go, what? She says, can I get some potato chips? And I'm like, yeah, Mom. What kind? She's like, just plain. I go, okay. She goes, and a Sprite. She's so cute. She never asked me.
She's
that
like
kind
an
of
8-year-old. It's
stuff.
great.
Yeah, potato chips. And a Sprite.
You should go home in a scary outfit, open up a cabinet, and there's like ooze with a glowing green coming out of it, and just be like, roll over.
And then when we got to the house, she'd been snacking on the way, and then when she got to the house, she goes, "This is a very satisfying snack."
Satisfying snack.
It's all deliberate.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah, when your mom says something like, "It's very wholesome,"
It's
it's nice. I felt
very good Lay's potato chips.
yeah, it's satisfying. Yeah.
Better than a Pringle.
Good job, Mito.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways,
All right.
would you rather have fingers for toes or toes for fingers?
I'd rather have fingers for toes. Do I
Yeah.
still get to keep my fingers for fingers?
No.
Yeah, no, you're just nubbing it, dude.
You have to remove them and put them on, and then you get nothing.
But if we give you a shot,
You're going to feel a pinch.
I had enough of that yesterday.
No.
Fingers for toes or toes for fingers. That's a hard one.
I know,
If I
right?
could keep my fingers, I'd take fingers for toes. Otherwise, I guess I'd go toes for fingers if I have to lose the other ones.
So your answer is not answering.
I am who I am.
Okay.
Michael has another dumb question. You're up, buddy.
Given your past musical history, if you were a sound, what sound would you be?
Should have done the right after that. Banger.
If I was a
If
sound,
you were a sound, what sound would you be?
what sound would I be?
Yeah. Still the same question.
I think I'd want to be sort of the ubiquitous.
Oh, boots and boots and boots and boots and boots and boots
Baby for Fred.
Just that driving beat.
Right, driving beat.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
That's your nickname now, driving beat.
Yeah. Better than alphabet. Yeah.
That's fair.
Shorter.
Alphabet.
All right.
Private alphabet.
Last one. This is a real hard hitter.
Not the last one.
Oh, well, it's the last one I'm going to ask.
Oh, okay.
Last one. I'm just saying I'm going to ask this. People are going to stop listening. So,
That's good.
frostbite or sunstroke?
Sunstroke.
Good answer.
Because you don't like the cold,
You don't
right?
lose parts.
Yeah.
What?
Frostbite, you lose parts.
Don't they melt?
They just fall off.
Because
dude.
you lose chunks of skin
Yeah.
and stuff.
No, that's
It's not
fair.
like
Yeah.
a glowing green
No,
shot you
I'm
can
not,
get to
no.
save it.
My great grandfather used to say, human beings should not live where palm trees cannot grow.
Wait, hold on. Let me wrap my head around that. Human beings should not live where palm trees cannot grow.
Yeah.
That's good. That's pretty good advice.
Yeah, hell yeah. So
Yeah,
live in
it's
the
like your
tropics,
retirement
something
plans.
warm, something like that. Yeah,
It's
do
like
not live.
60% of the country.
Well,
Isn't it?
There's a whole bunch of places where people shouldn't live.
there's also outside of our country. There's Earth. There's a whole bunch of it, and
Seems
there's
tiresome.
Earth's overrated.
yeah. I'm a flat moon guy. I don't know about you guys.
Flat moon.
That's your new nickname, Flat Moon.
Flat moon.
Flat Moon.
Thank you. Thank you. I found an Earth is round. I was like, oh, okay, I'm moving on to the moon.
Whatever. This is actually the last question.
Aw.
I'm feeling a little sad.
Having so much fun.
I know.
Keep checking your watch. What are you talking about?
Holding back the tea.
Okay. If you could eliminate one vegetable from existence, which one?
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Fuck Brussels sprouts.
dude.
Really?
100,000%. And anybody that I don't care. I don't care. I was at a gala dinner not too long ago.
Is it
They
gala or
brought me a
gala? It's a
plate
gala.
and
I
had
think it's
Brussels sprout. I don't care what it is. I sent the plate back. I'm like, bring me something that does not have Brussels sprouts on it. I've never done that in my life. The smell is just putrid. It's so. I would rather smell freshly sprayed skunk stuff.
I can get that. I got a guy.
I can tell you, Brussels sprouts. Keep them away. You can fry them. No.
No.
Can we fry them on Thanksgiving?
No. And if you bring them over,
Wow.
you will be asked to leave.
Wow.
You will be trespassed. I have a visceral, emotional reaction to Brussels
What
sprouts.
if
I
it's
hate them.
a Cornish game hen stuffed with Brussels sprouts?
Nope. Out the door.
Shit.
Okay, cool.
Out the door.
One last question.
Okay.
Camping or Brussels sprouts?
Oh, you can only pick one.
Oh man,
Camping
this
with
guy,
Brussels sprouts.
This guy hates Brussels sprouts.
Really?
100%.
I have a feeling it gives you really bad gas, like it does to me.
No,
Is that
I wouldn't know because I haven't eaten them in decades. I will not eat them.
Like baked with balsamic?
Nope.
Some butter.
Bacon and
Nope.
shit on it?
Nope.
Forget about it.
No.
Yeah.
What you're saying basically is you can take a piece of dried dog turd and put bacon on it and it'll taste good. That's not true. It's
It
a
might be.
terrible thing.
Yeah, it's basically what you
doesn't
said.
matter. But like they taste horrible. They're 100% horrible.
Okay. Unrelated, sort of related story. I was in a fancy movie theater once, with the live act seats and all that shit.
Wow.
I know. That's it.
One of those, huh?
Yeah, hey.
Damn.
Someone ordered Brussels sprouts.
Yeah,
Brought them
that's
in.
not
Stunk
cool.
up the place, didn't
It
they?
wasn't great.
That's not
I will
cool.
tell you
They
that. It
stunk
wasn't
up the
great.
place,
It
didn't they?
wasn't-
And
yeah,
it made the movie experience miserable for everyone.
Well, the movie was shit,
Because some
so, yeah.
hipster douche had to go pretend like they were all freaking snooty.
But let's be
and
honest,
get some freaking Brussels sprouts.
A movie theater that has
Shut
Brussels
up.
sprouts in the menu is
That's like
kinda
microwaving
dumb.
salmon, leftover salmon at the office. You just don't do that.
Yeah.
I had fish on an airplane once. It wasn't great.
No. I did some hard-boiled eggs the other day, what's the pressure cooker thing? And I let the miserably unpressurize it, and I was like, "Wow, that is atrocious." Slowly.
Wait, you pressure cooked eggs?
Well, you do the hard-boiled in there; it's money, dude. They're perfect.
What?
Yeah, they're perfection every time. They just slide off the fucking egg.
Get
It's
out of town.
money, dude.
Get out of
Money,
town.
but it's a very
If I could afford eggs, I'd try it.
Oh, we're back to
Okay,
politics.
all right. Well, you should fix that.
Yeah.
Can you fix chickens? Sure.
Fixed chickens.
Yeah.
I used to. I grew up on a ranch,
You've told me stories about murdering chickens.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
a lot of fun.
Oh, this is terrible. This is taking a
What's just
turn.
happened?
Oh boy.
Oh,
Someone
happening?
decided to make a great idea
What is
to.
this?
Man.
KGs for my friends.
Good God. That's-
Man, I'm glad you have two friends. That's super awesome.
It's a nice little sipper.
Oh, God.
All right.
All right.
Oh, mine's over here. Right here. I'm
Luckily,
sorry.
we're done.
Yeah.
Luckily, we're done. Are we drinking this before we
We're-
finish?
Yeah. No, thank you.
We can do this on air.
Yeah, we're gonna have a. What are we drinking?
What is it? I don't know what it is.
Tres Generational.
Oh,
Tres
having a shot of
Generational.
tequila.
Oh, good tequila. I
We're
feel like
doing-
I'm in
We're
college.
doing it for the listeners here.
Don't shoot it.
What?
Be a man. Don't shoot it.
This guy shot it and then bit his lemon.
Fuck it, I'm a Scottsdale bitch.
Why would you shoot that?
Because I don't care.
Why would you shoot that?
Because I don't like tequila. I wanted to get
Why
over
would you
with.
shoot that?
Because I don't like tequila.
That's like slugging a glass of wine.
I know. I've done that too. I'm not
Yeah.
good.
Where did you find this guy?
It, like in Coronado.
I cannot believe you just shot that delicious whole
I'm here to disappoint
glass
you.
of tequila.
Yeah.
My only job is to disappoint you.
Yeah. If you want to get more
Well
disappointed.
done, sir.
Yeah, he
well
nailed it.
done. Yeah, nailed it.
Brian and I have been talking about adding video to this.
Yeah.
I've decided we need to do that, if only to capture his scowl at me.
Yeah, dude. It was just
This is disappointment.
Dude, no, you're. I can't tell if you're mad about the Brussels sprout situation in America or Michael's tequila.
You get used to disappointment. It's fine.
I'm gonna go to Brussels this summer, and I'm not eating any sprouts.
Do they call them just sprouts?
They call them here.
Sprouts.
They call them here sprouts.
Yeah. Just leaf,
Would you
leaf
like
balls.
some our sprouts?
City sprouts.
It's called a salad.
Little teeny salad.
Oh, like
Little gross.
That's pretty
leaves,
good,
but
yeah.
It's disgusting.
you're gonna have to take each leaf apart.
Make your own salad.
Your own salad.
Takes forever.
Micro salad.
Gross. That's so gross. Just the idea.
All right.
Adrian, thanks for being on the podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for having having me.
Sorry we wasted your time, but we appreciate you helping us out.
Well, yeah.
Don't forget, QR code, CNN.
Oh no, you guys want to be on Rachel Maddow, right?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
If she would ever invite us.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Don't do it.
Do it.
I'm gonna tell my media guys.
Do it.
I have
Do you have a media guy? Of course you do.
there's a firm in DC.
Firm.
Yeah.
If she could just do it as a slight, just like, he's great. Honestly, what was that you're saying with that podcast between two giants? It was just a quick drop to get us to over 10 followers.
I'm gonna tell them to get one of the producers on the phone and fly the two of you morons out to New York City and go hang out with Rachel Maddow at 30 Rock at the
Brian,
studio.
This is how it ends.
I feel bad about the haircut joke
I
now.
have zero pull with any of these people, and it won't happen. But I'm gonna try.
All right, that's all I ask. Hey, that's all we do on the podcast is try.
It's more than my mom would do.
I haven't even told my mom about the podcast.
Even as disappointed as I am in you for shooting that perfectly good sipping tequila.
Okay.
So I saved the podcast. You basically I'm the one. Yes.
You saved the
Thank
podcast.
You.
Sir.
Thank you. See,
your partner over here.
you edit. I saved the fucking show, bro. I'm like your anchor.
Thank you for having me, Chance.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
This was fun.
Step right up to the wildest show where two big minds are ready to blow. Conversations deep yet full of jest. Come on in, you found the best. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. Tall and talking, big in brains, making sense of life's wild lanes. Deep dive chats and fun remain. Bet you won't hear this on the plane. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. Two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. Stone unturned, no joke too small.